Does every act of generosity really count the same? I mean, what truly makes a gift powerful?
Right. And can a small kindness sometimes achieve more than these huge long-term donations we often hear about?
Exactly. Today, we're diving deep into an ancient Buddhist text. It's the Aṅkuradevaputtavatthu, which you find inside the Dhammapada commentary.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission really is to unpack this pretty surprising story. It involves two celestial beings, Aṅkura and Indaka,
Yeah, it's a fascinating one.
and hopefully discover some, well, profound and timeless insights into what giving is really all about.
And this deep dive, it's going to challenge you, I think, to think beyond just what you give.
Right.
And really consider to whom you're giving and maybe why that recipient makes such a difference.
Okay.
You're about to hear a perspective that kind of flips some common assumptions about the value, the fruitfulness of generosity, maybe turns them on their head a bit.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's unpack this narrative. It starts, as you said, with these two celestial beings, Aṅkura and Indaka, both known for giving.
Yes. So first, Aṅkura. Tell us
Yeah.
about him. His generosity was, well, immense, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely immense. The text describes him constructing this vast line of ovens. Yeah, for giving offerings, spanning 12 yojanas. Now, that's an ancient unit of distance, but it signifies something truly massive, miles and miles long.
Wow. Okay. And he did this for how long?
Get this, for 10,000 years.
10,000 years.
Yeah.
It's almost hard to comprehend. A monumental scale of contribution.
It really is.
So, okay, on one hand, you have Aṅkura, massive giver, 10 millennia. Then there's Indaka. What was his contribution like? Was it similar?
Not at all. Indaka's act was remarkably different. Very simple, in fact.
How simple?
He just gave one ladleful of alms food.
One ladleful.
Yeah, to Elder Aṅkura, one of the Buddha's chief disciples, when the elder was just doing his normal alms round.
Okay, wait. A single ladleful of food versus 10,000 years of these massive offerings from miles of ovens.
That's the setup. This is where it gets really interesting then, because the text reveals something quite counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It states that Indaka's single ladleful generated more greatly fruitful merit, more profound benefit.
More than Aṅkura's 10 millennia of huge donations.
Yes, more fruitful than all of that.
How? I mean, how could such a tiny act possibly outweigh something so epic in scale and duration? What's the explanation?
Well, exactly. That's the paradox, isn't it? And the teacher, the Buddha, he addresses Aṅkura directly about this.
Ah, okay. So the Buddha explains it himself.
He does. He tells Aṅkura that his, extensive giving, all those years, all those ovens, it was not greatly fruitful.
Not greatly fruitful. Why not?
Precisely because, as the Buddha puts it, Aṅkura did not do so, meaning he didn't discern. He didn't investigate before giving.
Investigate. What does that mean in this context?
It means he didn't carefully consider who he was giving to. The Buddha emphasized that donation should be given after investigation, or you could say with discernment.
Okay, so discerned giving. That seems to be the absolute core teaching here. Does the teacher, the Buddha, elaborate on what that actually means?
He does. He offers a really powerful analogy to make it clear.
An analogy. Okay, what is it?
He states, donations should be given after investigation. Where given, it is greatly fruitful. And then he adds, discerned giving is praised by the Sugata, meaning the Buddha himself.
Praised by the Buddha. Okay.
And then the teaching clarifies why. It says, those worthy of offerings, dakinye, in this living world, gifts given to them are greatly fruitful. And here's the analogy, like seeds sown in good fields.
Ah, like seeds sown in good fields. That's a very vivid metaphor. The recipient is like a field for your generosity.
Exactly. It immediately shifts the focus, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just about the act of sowing the seed, the giving, but about the quality of the ground it lands on.
Right. So just like a farmer wouldn't just scatter seed anywhere, but would look for fertile ground.
Precisely. You need a good field for the seed to flourish. And the text uses this comparison to explain why some fields, some recipients, yield more fruit than others.
And how does it explain that? What makes a field bad in this analogy?
Weeds. Just as fields can be corrupted by weeds, the text says people can be corrupted by inner defilements. These internal weeds diminish the fruitfulness of the gift.
Inner defilements, like negative qualities.
Exactly. The text actually identifies 4 specific types, 4 kinds of inner corruptions, called dosa in Pali, that are like these weeds.
Okay, 4 types. So these are the things that make the field less fertile for generosity. What are they?
The first one is passion or lust. The Pali word is ragadosa,
Okay, passion lust.
and the text says explicitly, fields are corrupted by weeds, people are corrupted by passion lust. Therefore, gifts to those free from passion are greatly fruitful. So passion arising within someone, it corrupts them, makes the field less receptive.
Okay, that's one. What's the second corruption?
The second is hatred or aversion, dosa dosa.
Right, similar idea.
Same structure, yeah. Fields are corrupted by weeds, people are corrupted by hatred aversion. Therefore, gifts to those free from hatred are greatly fruitful. So giving to someone consumed by anger or ill will, less fruitful.
Makes sense. And the third?
Third is delusion or ignorance.
Mohadosa.
Delusion, like not seeing things clearly.
Exactly. Lack of wisdom, confusion. And again, fields are corrupted by weeds, people are corrupted by delusion, ignorance. Therefore, gifts to those free from delusion are greatly fruitful.
Okay, passion, hatred, delusion. What's the fourth one?
The fourth is desire, craving, or envy. The Pali is ikadosa.
Desire or craving. That seems related to passion.
It is related but distinct. It can also encompass wanting what others have. It's interesting, actually, some translations, particularly Thai interpretations I've seen, specifically translate icha here as envy or jealousy.
Oh, okay. So envy could be a specific focus there.
It could be. But the core idea remains. Fields are corrupted by weeds. People are corrupted by desire, craving, envy. Therefore, gifts to those free from desire, craving, envy are greatly fruitful. So the underlying principle is, if the recipient, the field, is overcome by these weeds, passion, hatred, delusion, craving, envy,
then the gift given to them, while still may be good, is not greatly fruitful. It won't yield the maximum potential benefit.
But
Conversely, gifts given to those who are free from these defilements. The text uses the term kikavasu, those whose defilements are destroyed, like enlightened beings, arahants.
like Elder Aṅkura, who Indaka gave to.
Precisely. Gifts given to them are greatly fruitful, immensely beneficial. Because the field is pure, fertile, free of weeds, the seed can truly flourish.
Wow. That really clarifies the difference between Aṅkura and Indaka. Aṅkura gave indiscriminately, perhaps, without checking the field.
That's the implication. 10,000 years of potentially scattering seeds on weedy ground.
While Indaka made one small offering
To an arahant, a perfectly fertile field. And that single seed yielded a richer harvest.
It's a powerful lesson. It kind of challenges the idea that, just giving, any giving is equally good.
Well, it doesn't necessarily say other giving is bad, but it introduces this idea of, let's say, skillful or wise generosity. It adds a layer of depth. It suggests that if you want your generosity to have the most profound impact,
Then you need to be discerning. You need to consider the field.
exactly. It's about maximizing the positive potential of your act. Optimize where you plant the seed, so to speak.
So what happened to Aṅkura and Indaka after they heard this teaching from the Buddha? Did it change things for them?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The story has a really significant conclusion. At the end of this discourse, hearing this explanation,
Yes.
both Aṅkura and Indaka became established in what's called the fruit of stream entry, Sotapadiphala.
Stream entry. That's a major step in Buddhist understanding, isn't it? The first stage of awakening.
It is. It's a profound transformation. So just hearing and understanding this teaching about discerned giving had this incredibly powerful, liberating effect on both of them.
Wow. So the teaching itself was highly fruitful.
Yes, and the text notes it was beneficial for others who were present too.
So if we try to bring this ancient wisdom into our lives today, it seems like it goes way beyond just, giving alms food to monks.
Definitely. It raises a really important question for all of us, for you listening. How does this principle of discernment apply to your giving?
Right. Because we give in so many ways now. It's not just money, is it?
Not at all. It's your time, your energy, your skills, even just your attention, where you choose to direct it. All of these are forms of giving.
So the question becomes, how do we apply discernment there? How do we assess the field for our time, our energy, our focus?
It really encourages you to reflect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What actually makes for a good field when you're thinking about where to put your resources,
Yeah.
broadly defined?
Is it just about who seems most needy? Or is there more to it?
Well, this teaching suggests there is. It points towards considering things like the integrity of the recipient, whether it's a person or an organization, their wisdom, their potential to actually use your contribution effectively to create positive ripples.
So it's not just about alleviating immediate suffering, perhaps, but also about investing in potential, in virtue, in wisdom.
That seems to be the implication, yes. Considering the qualities of the recipient, not just their circumstances.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it really does challenge us, doesn't it? To look beyond just the quantity, how much we give,
Yeah, beyond the sheer amount or how long we do it for, like Aṅkura.
and instead to think really deeply about the quality of our giving, about its direction. Where is it actually going?
It encourages that reflection. What truly constitutes a good field for your contributions? Is it only about need, or is it also about, say, the character, the vision, the effectiveness of who or what you're supporting?
It's a lot to think about, and that final thought from the story is just so striking. If even one single ladleful, given with discernment to the right field,
Can outweigh millennia of huge, indiscriminate gestures.
then what incredible, maybe hidden power lies in your ability to be discerning with your generosity?
What will you investigate, maybe just a little more closely, before you give next time? Whether it's your money, your time, or just your focus.